What is up, everybody? Wagme Capital here, back at it, trading SPY. You know the drill. Let's get into it. So yesterday, if you remember, look at these bars. Look at these volume bars. These bars are fat, a lot of volume. If you remember, there was an FOMC meeting of the Fed. If you don't know what that is, basically they meet to discuss policy, like stuff like interest rates, the Fed's balance sheet, asset buying, all that stuff. So it's like people tune in. It's a quick indicator of like what the fiscal policy is going to be coming up, which obviously affects stocks and the market pretty heavily. So that meeting was at 11 a.m. Pacific yesterday, which you can see right at 11 down here. Volume spiked, candles are huge. And so today, coming into it, you can see we had a lot of key levels drawn out just because I was like, I don't know where we're going to start today. I don't know how wild and volatile we're going to be. We gapped up here, still within range yesterday. I think we had an inside candle today on the daily. Yeah, inside candle. So didn't hit the low of yesterday, didn't hit the high of yesterday. So actually more of a tame day than I thought, but still had a lot of key levels drawn just in case. So let's get into it. Open in range again. Come down, tag this key level. Yeah, big, huge green candle here. We kind of ride. We're right in between these two key levels, right here. This green one and this green one. Bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. Get up to here, pushing, pushing, can't hit it, reject it. Boom, big flush. Down, EMA cloud flips here. Then we kind of recover a little bit of chop. I wouldn't say like too much chop, but if you look here, all within this band. Now, granted, pretty big band, but the one move, you could have played this right off the bat. Rejection of this key level maybe would have been tough to see. Could have just ridden this EMA cloud up. But this one, definitely rejection of this level. This level played perfectly. Look at that. It's the high of this candle that I'm on was 1 cent under the level. So that couldn't have played any better. Big flush. This was the move in the morning. Could have played this inside candle, EMA call flipping, big up. This purple one is drawn intraday. So I just see some bouncing around here. Then with these candles, so I wouldn't have played a rejection of this level because I drew this level because after the fact, right? So this is like in hindsight, I see all these candles bouncing around. So I draw that. Similar to this one, I see this action right here, so I draw it. But just like real quick moves besides this one in the morning. Inside candle breakdown, inside candle breakdown, a lot of consolidation. And then, obviously, this was the play here all day. So how could we have seen this? So first of all, like I said, there was some, it's not like huge, right? But there's right here, let's say. So we make this move down, then we get a recovery. Then we're kind of bouncing around in here, right? It's not a really tight range, but it's a range, okay? We couldn't break above this. We're bouncing around this. We couldn't break below this key level. So what are we looking for? Okay, first of all, we're looking for a break of the range either way. And so this is where we don't guess, right? I'm not guessing like, oh, this looks like it's going to break up. Like, let's buy calls, or like, oh, it looks like it's going to break below. Let's buy puts. If we're playing these key levels, this green one and this green one, which is effectively, we broke, let's just do this for simplicity's sake. So I know these candles broke above. You could have played here, kind of got faked out, bounce around. But so let's just say we're playing this between these two key levels. You don't want to guess, right? So I like to confirm and have a candle close. So you can see these wicks got above. You could have bought mid candle, but you don't get confirmation on the candle close. Like these candles aren't closing above our level and above this box. You could have played it, and like sometimes that'll be great. Excuse me, honestly, like this one, if you would have waited for the candle to close above, like that would have been tough. But if you caught it right when it broke through this key level, great move. But again, for me, I just, I think if you have a bigger account, you're just swinging trades. You can afford to have some fake outs because your winner, you'll outweigh with your winners. That's great. For me, I like to pick and choose, be a little more choosy, get A+ setups. And so how can you see this move? We're bouncing around, bouncing around, bouncing around. We clearly, this key level was a good one and it's working, and we cannot break through it. We tried. This one can't, back down. This one tries, it wicks up, back down, back down. This one tries, can't. So we're just bouncing, bouncing, bouncing. All these buyers are buying here. Think about it. Like, people are buying all the way up here. They're buying, they're buying, they're buying, they're buying, right? Even these top wicks, like, people have to be buying to get up here. The same is true of these sellers. Sellers are selling up here. They're selling up here. The buyers get these wicks up to here. Sellers get them back down. So like, there's a lot of people trapped right here in particular, right? Like, these candles are effectively all like, they're basically like 5 inside candles. They're all tiny candles, you know, kind of wicky, but like for a half hour here, SPY is in, what is this? Like a 50-cent range, right? Like, candles opening and closing in a 50-cent range. There's a ton of people trapped. Same thing here. Okay, oopsies. So the same thing happened. You could have seen with this breakout, like, just a lot of people trapped. Like, these candles are all in a tight range, and once you break below, it's going to flush. Okay, same thing here. Once you break out of this, you're going to flush. Now, why is that? All of these people buying here. So look at this candle. This is green. It started down here. It wicked all the way up, closed green. Same with this one. People are buying up here. Once you break below this, those buyers are in the red. Okay. So what does that mean? If you buy the stock here, we're at 438.71 and the stock drops to 438.70, you're losing money. Right? And that stock, like this candle, like, look at that. That's losing money if you're buying up here. So what are you going to do to make sure you don't lose more money? You're going to sell the stock. And what does selling the stock do? It pushes the price down. So it's like a compounding effect. It's like a snowball, whatever you want to call it. Sellers shorting the stock and getting the price below this box. These sellers now want the price to go down, right? So they're selling, they're loving this. And the buyers want to get out. So they're selling their stock too. Everyone is selling. And this is what happens when everyone sells. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 10 red candles in a row, right? Like, if you bought puts up here, like, the move probably would have been, you could have bought some off the rejection of this call or this key level, right? Like, you could have bought, okay, here it doesn't break, here it can't break. So maybe you're buying them up here. You would have taken some heat on these wicks. But you definitely could have bought it once it broke out of this box. Definitely could have bought puts once it broke this key level. Like, even this intraday key level, you could have bought puts. But so there's a lot of symbols. You get both EMA clouds flipping. Like, this was just a great setup. Easy to say in hindsight, of course, but a great setup. And like, you get some great setups like this, and this reward was just, I mean, this, I don't even know how much this would have paid. If you're playing weeklies and it's Thursday, these premiums were moving all over the place. Those things would have paid out fat. So like, this was the clear move of the day. How could you have seen it? Rejection of the key level. A lot of trap traders here. If you break below this range, because let's draw a quick line here. So like, if you look at this level, let's make it a fat line. Okay, this level, look how many, like, this is bouncing around. Like, these are wicking down to here, these are bouncing, right? It's right next to our key level. Like, once you break below that line, boom, it's a flush. You're rolling in it, you're feeling good. And that was the big move of Thursday. Then you get some chop at the end of the day. I'm normally not trading by then, but yeah, again, so those were kind of the moves. If you check my Twitter, did not play these. I drew all these key levels, and then I did not stick to them. So if you're using my key levels, which I feel good about my key levels. Like, look at this. I drew this last night. Like, look how all these touches, right? Like, this one, boom, boom. This one, like, obviously played perfect. This one, like, these were all great. What you need to do, like, I just need to play them better. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to post these on Twitter. I can post my setup the night before. You guys can get in on the key levels, and you know, it'll give you guys some frame of reference for when I'm going over these the next day. But big move today, a lot of money to be made. Hopefully this was you guys learned something, and we'll see you again. Might not be trading tomorrow, a lot of Friday, but we'll see you again on Monday at the latest.